G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills. Today we're gonna do a bit of coating on some matrix. I've been asked quite a bit how to go about it, how I go about it, and I've got a few ways. Today we're gonna focus Starbond Thin, super fast, high performance premium cyanoacrylate. It's basically a super glue. So other ways I've done it in the past, I won't with these. I've got some of this stuff, liquid glass, and it's 2-part epoxy, a couple of bottles in there, you just mix equal parts. And another one here, I haven't tried this one yet, we'll get around to it. Clear casting and embedding resin and its hardener. And yeah, nonetheless, we'll start with today with this stuff, and we'll see what kind of a finish we can get on it. These were just from a recent parcel I cut for someone, and these are the sort of leftover when Mother Nature was doing up mixes of opal. She had a bit left over and threw a bit of gravel in the cement mixer with it, and then poured that out in some spots, and this is what this looks like. So yeah, I thought, what a waste. They can be at least little stones for some, if not cheap, pendants, or just collector pieces for the person who owns them. Something to do with it instead of just throwing it away as rubbish. Just making sure that it all gets coated. You see the colour kind of straight out. Abandoned ship. I've been having a bit of trouble trying to get this to soak right in and give it a finish. Just keeps soaking in and soaking in and soaking in. And so I've decided we're going to switch to some liquid glass and give it a resin coat. So I'm going to start mixing up the mix, getting the vacuum chamber ready, just to degas after I've coated them, and then we'll set them out to dry. Yeah, I mean the colours come up, but it's just not, it still feels too rough, doesn't feel nice and coated. So this stuff is a bit too porous for the Starbond Thin. So lesson learned, next time I'll just cut straight to the resin. Okay, for my setup, we've got a jar to mix it in. The stones, I've added a couple of extra bits just to use up the resin on some other bits that I had ready. I'll just pour the excess over this afterwards, and then on this again into the vacuum chamber. After it's already going to be degassed in this one, I'll degas it again on here just to not kill you. Come here, little fella. I'm going to chase him everywhere. Come on, you're not going to live here. Got him. Oh, he keeps trying to escape. Baby spider. I just noticed him crawling across the ice cream lid. Thought he's gonna get hurt. We gotta put him out somewhere. Back in a sec. Don't kill spiders. They kill spiders. If you kill a spider, it stops the spider killing other spiders. Unless they're dangerous spiders and then they've got to go. Anyway, we're resin coating here. So I'm going to get ready and mix up in here first, put the stones in, degas them in the vacuum chamber, tip them out, pour it over these ones, and this one's from a while ago I treated. Didn't take too much of a good treat, but it looks good when it's wet. So yeah. Even parts on this stuff, so 50-50 mix. As I pay attention to how much I've tipped out, we'll be right. Touch ball. Just going to drop these in. Let's go over to the vacuum chamber. So we put our lid on. Here we go. There we go. Put that right down as far as we can. Now we just hold it under vacuum and let all those bubbles come to the top. Alright, now I'm just going to let it open, let the air push back in and do it again. Close that back up, open this side again. I'm going to start taking her out and we're going to pour it out onto the ice cream lid over the other stone. Get those stones out and find a flat spot for them to sit. At least all those bubbles aren't on the actual stones and they won't leave little bubbles all over the place. So anyway, I want this to pour over here and it's going to go everywhere else, but that'll form my base that, like this one. Just pours out and then I cut them out after, and this one got a bit damaged so he's getting in for another bit of a dose. So anyway, pour this nicely over here. Alright, so I've gone over them with a blowtorch as well, just to rid us of any last bubbles, and they should end up with a really nice mirror finish for the most part. These ones I didn't quite round the corners on. I think the corners are going to get skipped a bit, but it's still got a coat. Just not thick on the corners. They're specimen bits anyway. Alright, 2 days later, just to let this fully cure. peels off this ice cream lid. It'll probably have some of the print as it usually does, yeah, from the from the ice cream lid. But there we go. Now, lesson learnt on this one. This one came out alright, and this one and this one. These I left as sharp edges, or 90-degree edges. I didn't round them, and so the resin didn't. Well, it's coated it, but it's very thin on the extreme edge. But it's protected, so nonetheless you can see the colours come out. It's done its job. So there we go. So now I'm just going to cut these out with a pair of scissors and trim them up. I'll show you how I go about doing it anyway. Yeah, don't want to cut too close because it'll create an air bubble underneath and detach from the stone, and that'll just get messy and foggy and you lose that nice look. Alright, so that's how we have them. And now it won't take much to clean the rest of this up over on the Watkie wheel. They even sound like rock. Wouldn't want to tap them too hard and wreck that coating, but that's how good this stuff is. It's not too bad. Liquid glass. So over to the wheel. Alright, so I've got the 150 magnetic grit on. Now, someone in the comments has asked in the past video about this magnetic system and how it works. It's literally magnet backed grit plates or soft resin plates, and this is a 240 grit plate. It has a steel backed grit plate stuck on a aluminium faceplate for the machine, and these literally just go on and sit there. That's it. And take it off, just take it off. There's no Velcro or anything like that. And it's quite easy. So 150 grit, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this as close as I can without getting too close. I need to leave it a bit of a coating at the base. And I'm going to go onto the 3000 grit after, straight off the 150 to the 3000. It's a resin, so it's not like it takes much to grind it. Don't really need to go through all the grits. So here we go. So that's as close as I need to get right now. I'll take that last bit off with and neaten it up with the 3000 grit. I'll get the rest of these done and go into the 3000. Alright, so I'm swapping to the 3000 grit. I've trimmed all these up close up, so I'm just going to finish off making it nicer. To do that, just going to be very careful. There we go. Alright, here's the finished results. Starting with this one. There's a couple of little imperfections I could still go back and touch up. I like that as it is. I think it's sealed, it's just a little dip, but it's better than what it was. So that's a lot more intense pin fire than it's showing here. So you can sort that out. Yeah, that's actually a bit closer to the, yeah, there we go. Colour of the stone in my hand. Had to tamper with the light there to get the settings right. This one ended up, must have touched it. But for some reason it just missed that spot. Something happened there. Again, I can go back and touch that up. But for what it is, it's quite fine. So yeah, with the back, what I've done, I've brought that in as close as possible, but without compromising the sides. And then just giving it a slight little bevel. All the way around. So it takes that sharp corner off. And yeah, there we go. So these couple of bits, split pair. Very nice. And for what these pieces were, these are actually really cool little pieces, I think. These ones here, especially. Well, it's got more rainbowy colour through it. And smaller stones make up a nice picture stone. So there might be some value in this sort of stuff yet to come. And last but not least, this one. This is some of the concrete matrix, rainbow matrix. Well, technically all this is. There's some really nice colour in it. And it took a slight polish before, but I kind of feel that with the parts that weren't polished, they were, well, the parts that polished really polished, the parts that didn't really didn't, if I can say it that way. And so the little spot pit marks, I figure with time, they'll just deteriorate and weather, if you will. So I think it's, yeah, resin coating is the way to go for this stuff. So anyway, that's how we do it here at the Opal Mills. So yeah, a couple of parcels to start opening up for the next video, and we'll find out what's going to happen there. I've got some matrix to treat from what I understand, and a mystery gift again, and some stones to cut possibly. Either way, last video I asked a question: would you prefer to see your Opal live cut or edited version? And I'm getting a bit of a 50-50, to be honest, out of it. And so I'm thinking some of it, when it comes to the really nice stuff, and I'll just focus on one stone. And so I might just do a live stream for the main stone in that video of the green one, and the other two I'll just edit into a quick video, put them out both at the same time. But anyway, it was yeah, just more to see how much interest there was in me actually doing a live, just because of the, you know, it would take up to about an hour and a bit by the time I go from not just rubbing it out, but actually polishing it up and everything. So yeah, we'll get to that early next week. But for now, thanks for watching. Cheers.